Akshay handed the menu back to the waiter after placing their order, a cappuccino and garlic bread for himself, and a cold coffee topped with a generous swirl of whipped cream for Pia. As the waiter retreated into the hum of the cafe, a brief, comfortable silence settled between them. Akshay leaned back, his arm crossing loosely over his chest as his gaze settled on Pia. She was staring out the window, watching the rhythmic flow of the street beyond the glass. To anyone else, she looked perfectly calm, but Akshay noticed her fingers were restlessly worrying the edge of the paper napkin, a quiet giveaway of the nervousness she hadn't quite managed to shake. He broke the silence with a soft, inviting tone, drawing her attention to him. So, Pia, tell me about yourself. Pia hesitated, resting her chin against her palm as she considered the question. What is there to say? She murmured, a self-deprecating shrug in her voice. There's nothing particularly special about me. I'm just a quiet, somewhat boring, reserved person. Well, I don't see it that way at all, Akshay countered. He moved closer to the table, folding his hand as he gave her his full attention. Quiet people usually have more depth than the loud ones. They just don't feel the need to announce it to the world. His words sent a nameless stir through her, a sudden strange ripple that made her eyes lock onto his. It was a feeling she couldn't quite name, as if he had somehow reached into the quite buried depth of her soul, touching parts of herself she kept hidden from the world, the parts she thought no one would ever care to know. Licking her lips nervously, her lashes fluttered as she finally broke the eye contact. She instinctively tucked a loose strand of hair behind her ear, trying to ground herself while that unfamiliar heartbeat continued to pulse within her. Sensing the air between them had grown a little too thick, Akshay eased back into his chair. He didn't want to overwhelm her. He just wanted to reach her. He offered a small, reassuring smile, his tone shifting to something more playful. Okay, let's just try something different. Let's play a game. A game? Pia echoed, her curiosity finally pulling her out of her shell. She looked up, her gaze cautious but intrigued. 10 question, he explained, his eyes dancing with a light challenge. You can ask me anything and I promise to answer honestly. But in return, you have to answer the same question. Fair?